Hi guys, welcome to lesson 2. If you haven't seen the first lesson yet, go back and watch that one. I'm talking about parts of the guitar and string names. I'll probably be referring to both in this lesson, so it's good to know what I'm talking about. In this lesson, we're going to be fretting notes on the guitar, we're going to be getting some playing, I'm going to show you some exercises that are really going to bring together a whole load of things: coordination, strength in your fingers, dexterity, stretch, everything you need to be able to tackle harder songs and progress really quickly. So let's go for it. So what I'm going to show you first is just how to hold a pick. Okay, I'm using a Jim Dunlop Jazz 3. I'm probably going to do a whole video on these. I think they're brilliant picks. They're very tiny, not very tiny, but the good thing about that is when you hold them, you can't really go too wrong. Okay, so when you're holding a pick, just make sure that you have your thumb across the back and your first finger down the front. Okay, that then becomes, as you twist it towards you, your thumb's on the top and your first finger is behind. Okay, so if you like hold the pick in the air with your other hand like that, whoop, there we go. You're just going to put your thumb on the back, first finger on the front, and then twist it towards you. You want to make sure you hold the pick towards the end, right? I see so many players holding them here, and that's just going to fly out your hand when you're doing some proper strumming. And also, a huge thing to avoid is holding the pick with two fingers on the back. Okay, that gets you in a lot of trouble later on when it comes to alternate picking and stuff. You can't really flex from the wrist. You're doing a. I mean, I'll get into all of this, but yeah, just don't do it. Have one finger on the back. Sorry, thumb on the back, first thing on the front, and you're ready to go. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this was taught to me by a guitarist called Jamie Humphries. He is a brilliant guitarist. Go and check him out. He really said it's like the guitar player's warm-up exercise, like the thing you need to get down. It's not the most exciting, but I teach this to all my students, my private students in schools, and I see some great results. So this is what you do. First of all, you're going to place your first finger in fret number 1, so in the first section, and you're going to bring your first finger just behind the metal strip. If you place your finger on the metal strip, you're going to get some buzz there. If you place in the left hand side of the fret, again, it's not sounding very good. So the place of the least pressure that sounds the greatest is in the right hand side, but probably as you're starting out, you're going to need to push down quite hard on that note. Your thumb is in behind, just poking out the top there. That's also squeezing on the back, so it's a bit like a crab pincer. You have pressure from both sides, and that helps you kind of spread the pressure between the two fingers and get the good sounding note out of that. So first finger's down in the right hand side. Don't hold too close to the nail. It's just kind of the middle of the pad there. So if I hold down nice and hard, and I'm just going to press down way harder than I need to and show you, it's going to create a line in your finger. That's nothing to worry about, but it's just going to show you where I'm holding it down within that finger. Okay, so it's right in the middle, cuts right across, doesn't hurt, especially not now. So you're going to play a downstroke with the pick. So on the bass E string, you're just going to play down on the pick, on the string, sorry, and then you're going to move to your next finger, which we call our second finger. So we don't include the thumb. Well, we do in some songs, but with piano they call this finger 1. We don't do that as guitarists. Finger 1 is the actual finger 1. There's finger 1, finger 2, 3, pinky. There you go. So you have finger 1, fret number 1, away you go, play a downstroke. Then you're going to move across to fret number 2, and in the right hand side, again, you always must make sure you keep sticking to the right hand side, because we're going to build up good habits. It's really quick. You can pick up good habits really quickly, but you can also pick up bad habits really quickly. So I'll just make sure you guys keep doing the good habits, because it builds your muscle memory. Here we go. Then we go to cross number 2, same string, number 3, then number 4. So if you use a different finger for each fret. So fret 1, it's all on the same string, move across, just behind the metal marker, and then here we go. With the right hand, just playing little downstrokes on the string. Make sure you don't start going like this. Okay, kind of your hands like flying away, I call it. You can do that with both hands. You just want very tight to the string, like you're kind of colouring in this string and you don't want to scribble over to the next one. So just very small down strokes. You can practice that on its own. Okay, like that. Maybe even change to the next string. Let's do 4 on each. You can come back the other way if you want. That's a good exercise, on its own there. So I'll show you the complete exercise now. So you've gone across that first string, the E string. You've done your 4 notes. Okay, if you've got big enough hands, you can keep those fingers down. If not, you can move from finger to finger like this. Okay, don't worry about moving your hand on the back. Just keep that thumb always on the back of the neck. Don't let it come off. Then when you get to fret 4, you simply move to the next string down. So you're going to begin in fret number 1, and you move across in the same way as we did before. Then down to the D string. Same thing, fret 1, fret 2, fret 3, and pinky each time, making sure you're playing in the right-hand side of the fret. If you're a right-handed guitarist, I think it's left-hand side if you're not. There goes the G, onto the B. And then last string, top E string. Okay, all together. Okay, when we get to that 4th fret on the very last string, we stay on the same string, so that's really important information there. Stay on the same one. We're going to go to fret number 2 this time with our first finger. So we've shifted across to the right, and we follow fret 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we move up to the next string, starting from fret 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. They're the frets. Next string up, G. 2, 3, 4, 5. Next one up, D. 2, 3, 4, 5. Next string up, the A string, fret 2, fret 3, fret 4, fret 5. And onto the last string now, the bass E string, fret 2, fret 3, fret 4, fret 5. Once you hit that last note on fret 5, we're going to move into the 3rd fret. So we just moved along, same string still, different fret. Fret 3, fret 4, fret 5, fret 6. Now we're going down. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Effectively, you can cover the whole neck using this warm-up. But I say to students, just finish there. So you go down fret 1, across, and repeat that string, but this time you're going up fret 2. Once you get to the very last string, then go across into fret 3, and you work your way down from fret 3 every time. Use your first finger as a kind of guide, so because that's obviously the first note we play on each sequence. So I'll play the whole thing one more time, and you guys can either play along, rewind it and play along, or just pause and have a couple of goes through this in your own time. Okay, so this exercise does a number of amazing things. It's going to increase the kind of strength of the tip of your fingers. So it's going to harden up that skin there. It's going to increase the strength between your fingers. It's going to tie in the coordinations between your eyes, your brain, pretty much, your left hand and your right hand. They're all working together. And and it's kind of increased the strength of your wrist as well. I can't stress how good this exercise is. You can do a lot of different things with it as we move forward, but just take it nice and slow to begin with, and as you feel comfortable, start increasing the speed. I'm using all downstrokes at the moment, so okay, a little bit faster there. Then later on, when we build this up and you get used to the downstrokes, we can go alternate and so on. So it gets quite fast, but take it nice and easy. Practice this as much as you can. Build it into some kind of routine. So as you play your guitar, this is what you practice first, and then it's a great thing to warm up into other songs as you go. So I think that's cool for this lesson. Really just practice that, and once that's down, we're going to go to lesson 3, where we're going to start strumming. Okay, nice one, guys. If you like that, subscribe, practice that one, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.